What the hell is going on with the New England Patriots? I wanted to come on here and be excited. We're about to go into the NFL playoffs, and we are guaranteed a top 3 seed. There is going to be a home game at Gillette Stadium. But, of course, nothing can ever be perfect. And yesterday, Stefon Diggs was pressed charges against with strangulation allegations. And you can either be guilty or innocent. You're innocent until proven guilty. And I was like, let's not make this a distraction. Let's just go on to the next day and let this court take its place. And let's see what happens. But then, the very next day, 2 days earlier this morning, I'm scrolling through Twitter, getting ready for this live show today, and then I see, just to pop up on my screen, Christian Barmore accused of domestic assault. Very, very frustrating, and I really hope these guys are innocent, but if they're not, get the hell off my team. But welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. I'm still trying to stay positive. We got a game ahead of us, and look, on this show, I'm going to try the least amount. If you guys have questions, we are doing a mailbag as we always do. So if you have questions about Barmore, if you have questions about Diggs, get those in #Patriots. But for the other segment that we're doing, I'm going to try and talk the least amount as possible about the situations that are going off the field. I am worrying about what's on the field, what the Patriots have against the Miami Dolphins, and later down the road in the playoffs. So I'm going to try not to talk about it as much as possible. But as we do, I'm not going to let this hinder our live show. Let's get down in the comments section. Let me know. Shout out your city. I see people down in the chat. Kristen, you don't have to spam. I was just getting my monologue in. They will be still playing on Sunday. As according to plan, they will be playing. Christian Barmore and Stefon Diggs will be active on Sunday, barring something crazy happening. I have statements from the NFL that we'll get to later in the show, but right now, those two are going to play. What's going on, Jose Cruz Torres? How we doing? Patriots USA. Connor, yes, Diggs is at practice today. Vidarian Lowe, they will play on Sunday, my guy. You got to get back to the bench because Will Campbell is officially back. Tasobi, Happy New Year, my guy. Happy New Year. Out there in Germany, living it up. And instead of just celebrating the new year, you decided to come in to Patriots Today. I appreciate that more than anything. Exactly. They don't want to see us back. Steven, I just said Christian Barmore and Stefon Diggs will be playing. And I'm trying not to worry about it, man. I see a CJ Lynch. Exactly, Patriots, dude. Allegedly. But I will say, the details for Christian Barmore don't look good. I'm just going to come out and say it. They do not look good. And if these allegations come out to be true, he needs to be cut immediately. I don't care if he's on a $92 million contract for 4 years. I do not care. You have to get him off the team. Have to. Why they come out now? Well, Nick, Diggs, different story. She came out later. For Barmore, she went to the cops all the way in August. For the reason why it didn't come out until now, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. But like I said, I'm not going to let this derail the playoffs. We got producer Dilly in the building today. And if you're ready for the playoffs, spam your New Englands down in the chat. What's going on, Dilly? I'm glad you're finally getting to do a Patriots Live for once.
Yeah, it's never happened before.
It's the second one. It's this one.
All right.
I can hear you.
We're coming through.
I think I can hear you. Can you guys hear producer Dilly? I hear the mic going on.
How about now?
That I can hear.
Good?
I think so. KK says we cannot hear him. How about now? I don't know what is up with this. How about now?
The audio's been weird all day.
The audio has been very bad. We had audio problems recording literally the Patriots video earlier today. There we go. Matt McKenna says he can.
Okay, you guys good now?
There we go. You're loud now. Dr. Juice. Placed a bet for the Patriots to get 13 wins in August. Being delusional paid off for once. Much better. KK says much better. It's all good now. I don't know how to work that. I think it's this one right here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that one did it.
There we go. What's good? Live your day positive. See, I'm trying to live my day positive. I am trying to stay as positive as possible, but it's hard when you have distractions off the field. It's very, very hard. Dr. Juice Man, if you placed a bet, maybe you can spend a little super chats, donate today. I'm not saying to do it or not to do it. But Abel, I'm not saying, no, that's a bad comment. That is a bad comment. Mr. Snoopy, I want to know what your thoughts are because my thoughts are crazy. Never a dull moment, man. Never a freaking dull moment. The Patriots are officially back. The Patriots are officially back. Tony 12729, Barmore replacements at 26. I like that. I like that question. I do like that question. I'll get to that when we find out if he is going to be whatever happens. His arraignment is February 3rd, and we'll see. We'll see. What any comments, Dilly, on anything? It's very frustrating.
I mean, being a Cowboys fan, I'm kind of used to having these kind of off-the-field situations happen, and you just never want it. It takes away from the game. And look, at the end of the day, we just want to watch football.
Exactly.
And the fact that they're doing all this off-the-field stuff, it's just not cool. It is what it is, and you just got to deal with it now.
Yeah, as long as they're innocent. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Vidarian Borgalis is 0 for 1 on field goals since the Pats game. Look, that's one field goal, my guy. United, do I think we get a star wideout? I'm worried about the playoffs, man. I'm not worried about any sort of off-season kind of thing until the playoffs start. And Peppers, yes, Diggs is January 23rd. He's trying to get a pushback, but we'll see. I have a feeling they're going to settle before that time happens. I will say, this is the last Wednesday live show of 2025, ladies and gentlemen. New Year's Eve is today. We enjoy the new year later tonight for Tosobi. It's literally in like 45 or 80 minutes. He's about to go Time Traveler 2026. But if you want to get into the raffle, as always, we got this right here. We got this Patriots framed picture, $5 super chat. So I see SV Trapdoor. You're getting in the raffle. You get 3 of those tickets for this one. Shout out to you. It's a nice one. It shows every single Super Bowl. Hopefully, without the distractions, we get to hold up a number 7 trophy this February. Nick, I was going to do, so Dilly, if you want to show what today's show is, and Nick, I was going to do a video on Trevon Diggs to the New England Patriots. I was going to do a video on Trevon Diggs to the New England Patriots. But, MA football guy, I didn't see it. That's my fault. I didn't see it. My guy, $2 super chat. I see it coming in now. Happy New Year. That's my fault. That is my fault. For that, I'll give you a raffle ticket. Happy New Year, MA football guy. The dad bod coming out strong. That's on me. I didn't see it. But if you see here on today's show, we got the Dolphins preview. I was going to do this video, but 5 minutes before we went live, he got claimed by the Packers. So Trevon Diggs will not be going to the Patriots, will not be going to any other team but the Green Bay Packers. So we cannot be talking about that on today's show. So it'll be a quick 2-segment live. Happy New Year, Mr. Snoopy. Hopefully 2026 is better for you. Yeah, Peppers, it's been a quick. It's gone by so fast. I mean, I took over this channel back in May, and we're already almost done to 2026. The regular season is over after Sunday. It's absolutely insane. But shout out to Anthony Sanchez coming in with a $2 super chat. We will do the Barmore replacements video if he is found guilty and cut. That will definitely be. I mean, Christian Wilkins obviously is probably number 1 on the list that people are going to talk about, but I don't want to assume anything. You are innocent until proven guilty. We let the legal system take its place. And there's MA football guy. coming in with a 2. There's your super chat. I see it now. You see it, Peppers, you saw the injury report? Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. Happy New Year, man. All I can say is LFG. Go Pats. Go Pats, ladies and gentlemen. Go Pats. And then Gene Barnes coming in, getting his raffle tickets in. Let's go Pats. Super Bowl bound. Let's go, my guy. Appreciate your $10 super chat. Connor, I did see the schedule. I saw the schedule. And I don't care. They asked Drake May at the podium today, what do you think about the Patriots having such an easy schedule? And he said, this is a National Football League. We're not going out there and playing Foxborough High School down the street. You know I got you, MA football guy. Edward, Christian Barmore, I don't think he's trying to pay him off. And Jason B, you guys need to relax. Some leak in this last minute to hurt the Pats. No, dude. That's just not it. That's not it. This happened all the way back in August for Barmore. Barmore got arrested 2 days after the Raiders game. I don't know why it just leaked now. Maybe that could be it, but the dude got arrested. The dude got arrested. Yeah, Nick Flagg, it's bad, dude. It's bad, bro. It is. It's putting a lot of stress on me because now I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I did see the schedule. We play the Bears. We play the Broncos. We play the Chiefs. We play everything in between. I'm not going to say that it is. I'm not going to just accuse a cash grab for that. That's just not happening. How bad, Chris Clark? And we've got a little bit. Edward, there's a lot of there's a difference between pink stuff and assault. There's a big difference there. Plus, if you don't have possession, you can't get caught. You could say it's baking soda, my guy. You can't compare the two. Shout out to Tsobi. Patriots announced the injury report. Yeah, it is a tough one. But it's the last week of the season. Vrabel talked about it on his press conference today. Everybody who is healthy is going to play. Milton Williams looks like that he's going to return. Will Campbell looks like that he is going to return. And Dilly, I will send you that so we can I'll send it to TV so we can put that in there. Instead of the one picture I have, we can just get the full. There we go. So I have here, Christian Barmore was out today with an illness. Very interesting. Hunter Henry did not practice with a knee injury. Harold Landry didn't practice. Robert Spillane, Kyrus Tonga, Jack Westover, and then Jared Wilson is still in concussion protocol. Will Campbell, full participant in practice. Full participant. That is big. So you can guarantee that he is going to probably be playing. I just sent it to TV. So we can plop that in to where Patriots injuries is in the photo section. MA football guy, 12 wins next season. I hope so, man. I hope so. Anthony Sanchez, shout out to your $2 super chat. They may be both suspended for the playoffs. They will not be. They will not be suspended for the playoffs. The NFL came out with a statement today that they will not be suspended. They will not be put on the commissioner's exempt list unless the grand jury indicts them. If they get put in handcuffs or they're found guilty, that is the only way the NFL said that they are going to be suspended. So you can guarantee that they are going to be playing literally on Sunday. Probably, and during the playoffs. If they have a bye week, they have a bye week. They will be playing. MA football guy, 12 wins this season. Next season, I'd have to look fully because, there's a lot of teams that just bounce back. Did anybody think that the Patriots were going to win 13 games? Did anybody think that the Rams? Did anybody think that the Jags were going to win so many games? Did anybody think the Bears were going to be this good? No. So some team is going to bounce back after this season and come back. But hopefully, now that we have Tom Brady, look at that. Look at that. I'm saying Tom Brady. Now we have Drake May. Anything is possible, man. He's one of the best quarterbacks in football and the MVP. Gene Barnes coming in with a 10. I feel like there's something about getting paid. Look, I'm not going to go out and say anything. I'm not going to say they are or they aren't. I'm just going to let the legal process take its case. That's it. That's it. I don't want to say yes or I don't want to say no. Matthew McKenna, can we start? Well, the Super Chats keep coming in. The Super Chats keep coming in. And we also need a little bit more likes on today's video. We got 81 people in the chat. We only have 14 likes. We got to get at least 30. 30 people, hit that thumbs up icon, then we can start the show. And then Anthony Sanchez coming in with a 5. Clutch mode. 50. Well, if you don't want to start the show, we don't have to start the show. Diggs is working towards a settlement. A lot is happening. Yes, a lot is happening. A lot is happening. Ninja Gaming, 2.0 King, coming in with a 2. Was Milton a full participant in practice? Milton Williams, limited participant in practice. Limited. I think we'll do better next year. It's going to be hard. Peppers, I literally made a whole video about it. The whole video about it. Yeah, what Jose Cruz Torres said. I literally made a whole video about Drake May being the MVP. And the Christian Barmore and Stefon Diggs stuff came out. And it totally just derailed everything. Everything. It's very annoying, I will say the least. It's extremely annoying that that video has not gone out. Because it was literally a gift from the Atlanta Falcons. A gift from the Falcons, and I couldn't do that. Ethan Gaiman, shout out to your 2. Milton was not a full participant. He was a limited participant in practice today. We got 31 likes. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon. We got 90 people in the chat. Let's get to 40. Let's get to 40. Once we hit 35, we'll start the show. Carfo, you have a good night, Mike, my man. You have a good night. Happy New Year. Alex Mason, we playing Black Ops now? Ray Lewis was able to retire after his nonsense. Ray Lewis's nonsense was back in 2000, right before or right after the Super Bowl. And I'm not going to say anything out loud, but I think he's guilty. Not going to say anything out loud. Would you rather have Drake May? Jose, are you trolling, bro? You got to be trolling. We know what he did. The Rams did not come back. The Rams did not come back. Cavs low-key cook who day. Appreciate you for joining in, bro. Appreciate you joining in. Look, we got to get into our first segment. I told you, I'm going to try at the least amount as possible to talk about the situations that are going on, off the field. But remember, #Patriots. We need your questions for the mailbag. I don't see anybody using their #Patriots. You got to use the #Patriots. You got to use the #Patriots. John, I know you got a question. Tony, I know you got a question. I see Anthony Sanchez. When's the raffle? That'll be after the game on Sunday. After the game on Sunday. Houday, ask your questions about the Patriots. I know you're a Bengals fan. I don't care. Exactly. I already got in the mailbag. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Alex Mason, ask your question. United, use #Patriots. But we got to get into our segment. All right. We still got a game to play. Patriots against the Dolphins. United, you got to use #Patriots. How many snake bite shots? I don't even know what a snake bite shot is, but Vegas Bomb is going to be had a lot tonight. But let's talk about it. Patriots against the Miami Dolphins. It's the final week of the regular season, ladies and gentlemen. And if we go back a year ago, we were talking about the Patriots possibly getting the #1 overall draft pick. Well, this year, we get to talk about them possibly getting the number 1 overall seed. The playoffs are ahead of us. We are guaranteed at least 2 more games this season, and I'm excited for it. And right now, we're worried about the game in front of us. The Patriots against the Dolphins. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. Most people are probably thinking the Patriots are going to dog walk the Miami Dolphins. But I will say, do not let up. Do not take this game lightly. Do not be already on your mind into the postseason. This is the last week of the regular season. You use this game as momentum because the Dolphins, I wouldn't say they're awful. At the beginning of the year, they looked really, really, really bad. You beat them in week 2 barely thanks to Antonio Gibson and his long kick return. But this week, the Patriots look a lot better and the Dolphins look a lot worse. You need that 1 or 2 seed. You have to have that 1 or 2 seed. Now, before we break it all down, we got a sub-battle going on. Patriots Today against Dolphins Today. Nick Roloff has been talking a lot of trash this week. A lot of trash. He's saying, look, you guys got a lot of distractions off the field. We're going to get the dub. We're going to upset you guys, and we're going to lose. We're going to make you guys lose and lose momentum going in the playoffs and a first-round exit. Well, let's beat them on the field. We're already doing it right now, so how about we keep our foot on the gas like the Patriots should and beat them in the sub-battle. If you want content all throughout every single day throughout the postseason, go ahead, hit that sub button right now. So I would say the Dolphins, yeah, they're out of postseason contention. They were almost in the running. They went on a big winning streak, but they have turned it to the guys that, hey, we are going to ruin your season. They're still out there playing their asses off and trying to play spoiler. For example, literally in week 17, the Buccaneers needed to win this game. Because now, since they lost, and the Rams lost to the Falcons, even if the Buccaneers beat the Panthers on Sunday, they still could be out of the playoffs. So the Dolphins, they're still trying hard. 20-17. They looked really good. I'm not going to lie. They make Baker look like a pedestrian. 2 interceptions? Are you kidding me? This team is a lot better than people make them out to be. Mike McDaniel was going at the beginning of the season looking like he was going to be fired halfway through. They fired their general manager halfway, and now they're actually kind of having a little boost. But I will say, they have given up on the season because they've given up on their star quarterback, their $200 million man. Tua Tagovailoa, he has been benched. He is out. I don't think he's going to play another snap for this team. So they're trying to tank, but also still trying to play with heart out on the field. And going into New England, trying to revenge that number 2 or that week 2 loss, I think that it's possible that they could do it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying it could happen. And they got a new starting quarterback at the helm for them. And if you're a big college football fan, you remember this guy from last year, Quinn Ewers, coming over from Texas. He was a 7th-round pick. And I will say, when he was first announced, I was like, oh my God, they're either going to start Zach Wilson or they're going to start Quinn Ewers. This is going to look awful for the Miami Dolphins. But he hasn't played awful. He hasn't played bad. I can tell you a lot much. He's played better than a lot of other quarterbacks that we've seen this season in 2 games played. He has a 65% completion percentage. He's thrown for 485 yards. He has 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And, if we look at last week against the Jets, their QB rating was terrible. And he has an 87.2. This is a decent quarterback. It's not Brady Cook bad. You aren't going to go in there and your defense is going to laugh at them and you're going to be able to just say F them on the sidelines like Mike Vrabel did last week and made everybody laugh and be able to just run up the score. No, this is going to be a decent quarterback. And I guess we got to talk about it. You might be without Stefon Diggs and Christian Barmore on Sunday. And we did get an update. But if you guys live under a rock and didn't see all the Patriots news that was going on, no, it did not pertain to their stuff on the field. It was off the field. Because yesterday, or Tuesday it was, Stefon Diggs faces felony charges of strangulation and suffocation and assault pertaining to an incident that occurred on December 2nd. And that wasn't the only thing. A day later, this comes from a Boston TV outlet, the ABC affiliate, and New England star defensive tackle Christian Barmore is facing domestic assault charges according to court documents out of an Attleboro District Court. It's not good, to say the least. It's not good. But the question is, you might be without Stefon Diggs, and Christian Barmore, well, the question that I had was, could they be placed on the commissioner's exempt list? Because you guys remember last year with Jabril Peppers, he had the accusations of domestic assault, and they immediately did it. Well, in this case, it's a little different for Diggs and Barmore. This comes from the NFL, and Doug Kyed tweeted this out. It comes from Tom Pelissero, and it's regarding the Diggs and Barmore matter, which are under review of the personal conduct policy. And this comes from straight from the NFL. There is no change to the status of Diggs or Barmore. Both are eligible to play at this time. Pursuant to the personal conduct policy, consideration for placement of the commissioner's exempt list may be considered following formal charges in the form of an indictment by a grand jury, the filing of the charges by a prosecutor, or an arraignment in criminal court. I will make note that Stefon Diggs' arraignment is January 23rd, which he's trying to get pushed back, but that's 2 days before the AFC Championship. And then Christian Barmore's is February 3rd. So they're most likely going to play in these playoff games. They're most likely going to be playing. And, well, Vrabel went to the podium today to talk about all these situations, and I will say he had an interesting comment about it. Here's what he had to say. This comes from Doug Kyed. And they asked him, are you disappointed in the stuff that's happened on the field? And he just straight up said, not disappointed at all. These are all allegations. It's things that we have to handle, and every day that there are distractions. There are some smaller than others. I'm confident that we'll focus on the Dolphins, and those two individuals will be handled their ongoing legal process. And then he asked if he's afraid this will be a distraction. Afraid? No, not afraid. I'm 50 years old, going to be 51. I'm not afraid. I love coaching this football team. I love the way they come to work. I love the youth. I love the veterans. I love the leadership. I've appreciated everyone's growth throughout this process. I hope that they play, but this is going to be hovering around, and most likely they are going to be playing. So I'm glad to see Stefon Diggs on the field. I'm glad to see Christian Barmore on the field, but in the back of my head, I'm like, what if they're guilty? What if they're not? We have to wait until the legal process takes its course, because let it be known, you're innocent until proven guilty. So I hope they play. I hope they play because the Patriots, they need both of them. Let me know who you got down in the chat below. Do you got New England or do you got the Miami Dolphins? Type your N's if you got New England or if you're a Miami Dolphins fan. Out in Miami, I bet you're enjoying the nice weather, but it's going to be cold, and you know the Dolphins can't play cold weather. So go and type your N's down in the chat. Coming up, we got the injury report, as always, and my keys to victory. But first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. Whether you're starting a new routine or making player picks for the first time, trying something new can be hard, but in life and on Prize Picks, it always feels good to be right. With high-pressure playoff matchups every single weekend and elite hoops action almost every night, the action never stops, and Prize Picks lets you take control. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just make more or less than 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you can cash in. It's a new feature alert. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your player gets off to a hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. You can find your community on Prize Picks with the new social feeds feature. You can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups from winners with a single click. Copy lineups as you use them or use them as inspiration for your own picks. With the New England and Miami game this Sunday, you can make a lineup. It takes literally 30 seconds. 30 seconds. But if you want to do basketball, you want to do hockey, esports, you can do all those on Prize Picks. But you download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, let's take a look just at the injury report. And it's still looking like a CVS list. You can see Christian Barmore out with an illness, which I just found a little funny. Hunter Henry out with a knee. Harold Landry with a knee injury. Robert Spillane is still out with that foot injury, ankle injury. Kyrus Tonga, we knew that he was going to be out a couple weeks. And Jack Westover. Jared Wilson still in concussion protocol. But Alex Austin is back. He is eligible to come off IR. Kayshon Boutte most likely will pass protocol as we get later throughout the week. Caleb Chase on illness. He'll be fine. Morgan Moses, rest day. Thayer Mumford Jr., illness. He'll be all right. Milton Williams is a limited, and he talked about it, how he can't wait to be back. He was a little bit iffy on coming back last Sunday, but he says he is ready to come back. But the biggest thing, Will Campbell, a full participant. He is back, baby. Will Campbell is officially back. He is going to play on Sunday. Thank you once again for Vidarian Lowe for playing well. And for the Dolphins, Well, I don't know. They did not list their injury report as of this recording, but you can see right here, Jalen Waddle, Devin Achane, Darren Waller, Jordan Brooks, and Minka Fitzpatrick all missing from practice. I do not know the extent of their injuries, but if Achane doesn't play, that would be huge, absolutely huge, and Jalen Waddle is also a big player for them. As I said before, they released these two guys, Brandon Hamas and Miles Battle, and it cleared space for Milt Williams and Will Campbell to get back on the roster. And you saw that they're both practicing, so I'm expecting them to be back this weekend. And if not, they'll be fully back for the playoffs, which is huge for the Patriots, specifically Milton Williams, because that run defense is rough. It's rough. Let's get to the keys to victory, the question that everybody is possibly asking. And is it, should they rest the starters? Should they rest the starters? That's the first one. And I'm kind of hesitant too, because if you currently look at the AFC playoff picture, well, the Broncos, they pretty much lock up the 1 seed. They will be playing at the same time as us at 4:25 Eastern time. They're 13-3, we're 13-3. If they win, they lock up the 1 seed. But the Chargers are resting their starters. But the Patriots, if they lose and the Jags win, we drop to the 3 seed. And then we could possibly play the Jags, the Bills, the Texans, or the Chargers. Any of those seeds are still wide open. So I kind of just want to lock up the 2 seed. So I wouldn't play the starters. But I will say, we will know if the Patriots have the 2 seed locked up before kickoff on Sunday. Because this game means everything for the Patriots seeding. And they play at 1 o'clock. The Jags play the Tennessee Titans at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So when that game ends, we'll know if the Patriots have locked up the 2 seed. And if they have, I would probably play maybe a quarter, maybe a half, see how the Broncos game is going, maybe at halftime, check the score, and if the Broncos are up big, immediately take out the starters. Immediately take out the starters. Like I said, we'll know if the Patriots are set at the 2 seed before the game starts at 4:25, and you can assess the Broncos score at half. Because if they're up big, you have no reason to play Drake May, unless you want to keep him going and try to stat pad to get that MVP. But the media narrative started to piss me off, which we'll talk about in another video, but they're really going for Matthew Stafford, which is annoying. I don't want a stupid injury. If these guys are in the third quarter of Sunday's game and the Jags lost and they're locked in at 3 and the Broncos are up literally like 35-14, I don't want to see someone hurt an ankle or someone pull a hammy. So just get them out the freaking game. My second key to victory, get Kyle Williams involved as much as you possibly can. That's all I want, because last week against the Jets, we know that Matt Collins is going to be out for a long period of time. And Kyle Williams is now your go-to wide receiver besides Kayshon Boutte. Well, he didn't do much against the Jets. He had 5 targets, 3 receptions, 1 drop, and 20 yards. No touchdowns. He's your guy now. He has to be your guy now. He's your wide receiver, number 3 in the postseason. You got Stefon Diggs. You got Kayshon Boutte. You do have Pop Douglas, but he's going to be in the same spot as Stefon Diggs. And then you have Kyle Williams. You have to get him ready for the postseason with Matt Collins out, because he is the only one other than Kayshon Boutte that can take the top off the defense. I love Efton Chisholm, and I hope he gets as much playing time as possible throughout the playoffs, throughout Week 18. But you ain't throwing the ball 50 yards down the field to Efton Chisholm. You're throwing the ball 50 yards down the field to Kyle Williams. So I want him to get as many reps as he possibly can and prepare himself for the postseason. And my last one, get that run defense up, man. Have your run defense be as good as possible. The run defense has to step up, because without Milton Williams, it's been god-awful, guys. The first 9 weeks, they didn't allow a 50-yard rusher a single game. 0, nada, zilch, goose egg. And then the last 10 to 17 weeks, not even 50, 100-yard rushers. 4 100-yard rushers. And you're going up against an amazing running back this weekend, the best player on the Miami Dolphins, and Devin Achane. You can see his stats literally. He is always good. He's great on the ground. And another thing, he's great in the passing game. He is like a mini Bijan Robinson, a mini Christian McCaffrey. He could do everything on the field. And like I said, the stats do not lie. He is one of the best players on the Dolphins and one of the best players in the NFL. I mean, 1,300 yards, 5.7 yards per carry, and in the air, you still have 67 receptions for 488 yards and 12 total touchdowns. He is a playmaker for this Dolphins team. And if he goes off, you're going to be in trouble. Hopefully, Milton Williams can come back. He's practicing. But the number one key, if you stop Devin Achane, you win the football game. It is simple as that. You stop him, you win the football game. I think the Patriots are going to win this one. I have confidence. I know there's a whole bunch of stuff going on off the field, but I have confidence in the New England Patriots. So go down in the comments section below. Predict the score of Patriots versus Dolphins for me. Do you think it's going to be close? Do you think it's going to be a blowout? Let me know down in the comments. For me, I don't think it's going to be a blowout like we saw against the Jets last week, but I think the Patriots are going to win this one pretty easily. 31-17, even if Josh Dobbs comes in and the whole backups come in. I know we saw Marte Mapu. I know we saw Brendan Schooler playing a little bit of safety on defense, but it saw Dearness Johnson at running back. I know that the Patriots are going to win this game and lock up that 2 seed. And please, Chargers, Trey Lance, do something. Do something. Beat the Broncos for us. Let us get the 1 seed. Let us get the 1 seed. We got you covered all throughout the postseason, and we'll be live on Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. First 425 game of the year, surprisingly. So go ahead, hit that sub button right now, and as always, let's go Pats. Cool. Joshua Santos coming in with a $5 super chat. Don't y'all find it funny that Diggs gets his $500K incentive and now an accusation is made? This took place weeks ago, but is only coming out now. Fishy. I'll just sip. Let's not pretend this is. Let's just not pretend this is water. Let's just pretend this is tea. Because that's a little fishy. Little fishy. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything to incriminate my. I won't. I won't at all. Ethan Gaiman, shout out to your $5 super chat. Who would you want to play in the first round, Chargers or the Bills? I want the Chargers. I think the Chargers defense is suspect. You saw last week against the Texans. You saw against the Texans that the Texans got 2 big plays off of them, and C.J. Stroud just kind of collapsed. And their offensive line is awful. Their offensive line is worse than ours almost last year. So I would go with that. Dilly, who do you think is a better team?
Between the Chargers and the Bills?
Yes.
I'd say the Bills just because of Josh Allen.
Exactly. I don't want to play 17.
I mean, the Bills' defense is a lot worse than the Chargers, I believe. But
Yeah.
I feel like if we're going down to the wire, I'd rather go against Herbert than Allen.
Exactly. I'd much rather go against Justin Herbert than Josh Allen. Exactly, Acid Wizard. Both of them suffered season-ending injuries. And yes, Epic Sports Gamer, he said if they're healthy, they're playing. We ain't going to rest. But Nest Sports, I appreciate that using hashtag Patriots. Mr. Snoopy, I try to crack you up. I did see you had a hashtag, but you didn't put hashtag Patriots. You only put hashtag. We need hashtag Patriots because, Dilly, I know we don't have a lot of questions. Yeah, exactly. We can use Ninja Gaming's because it's Super Chat, obviously. But there we go. AFC Championship Bills versus Patriots would be insane, John. I'll say this much. If the Patriots get the 2 seed and the Chargers and the Bills get the 6 seed, the AFC Championship will be Bills Patriots. The AFC Championship will get Bills Patriots. Because if the Bills get the 6 seed, they'll play the 3 seed, which will be the Jaguars. The Jaguars will lose to the Bills. And then the Bills, since they're the 6 seed, they'll go into Denver. And guess what? Denver's frauds. They will beat Denver. Connor, you got no space between hashtag and Patriots. No space between hashtag and Patriots. You got to put hashtag Patriots all together, just like this. Just like that. Like that. See, John's got it. Can't put a space in between that. Live your day positive? Yes, we do. I don't know if you realize. Do you realize? Do you realize? I don't like repeating questions from the same people. I like getting everybody in between. Mr. Snoopy, come on! See, the game collector, there it goes. Hashtag Patriots. No space. I like Eddie. I like your question. The game collector, I like your question. How confident are we if we go in without Diggs? We're going in with Diggs. However you feel about that, your opinions, you're entitled to any opinion that you possibly want. When Buffalo gets bounced, how many of their fans? Legend footballer, which starters will start and which will be benched? There you go. There we go. Perfect, Connor. Perfect. I hate when my screen crashes. I did see your question, Connor. Too difficult, huh, Jose? No, Mr. Snoopy, you're trolling. You put hashtag Patriot. If you scroll down the weigh-ins, there might be one there. There might be one. Big Daddy Joe! What's going on, Big Daddy Joe? How do we feel about all this, man? You're good, Mr. Snoopy. Hashtag Patriots. Houday, I like your question. I like your question. Live your day positive. Shout out to your $10 super chat. You got to add an S. You're so close. I don't want to be mean. Snoopy, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. No, Patriots, dude. No space, dude. Right there. They're only getting carried because of Stefon Diggs, Ramondre Stevenson, and Drake May. You just give Ramondre Stevenson credit. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Because I want to get. I like Mr. Snoopy's question. I like his question, so I want it. I want it in the show. Exactly, Bible content. Shout out to Live Your Day Positive coming in with a 10. Appreciate you as always. I love the Juice World picture. R.I.P. to one of my favorite rappers of all time. I think that's Juice World. If not, that's pretty bad on me. I love to support this channel. I try to watch every day and try to support the channel. Puts to the team. I love the updates every time we get something new. Thanks for that. Hey, thank you. You know I am. Big Daddy Joe, I posted a video earlier today on Christian Barmore. I posted a video today. I didn't want to keep it for live. I didn't want to keep the people waiting. I didn't want to keep the people waiting. The Broncos also almost lost to Chris Oldroken. What's going on, Mike? How we doing? I see you in the chat. Was that work all day? Happy New Year. Amy Chico, what are you talking about? Can I make it short of the first-year coaches ranking their overall seasons? Our guy Jackson Durham does that. I'm doing great. I'm ready. I'm ready for the new year. Ready for the new year. I'm ready for the new year. Oh my God. How many questions do we have, Dilly? John, we might not be, we might still be here. We might not. All right, perfect. I see it in there. Any plans for tonight? Going to a club. Going to a club. Shout out Jack. Shout out Jackson Durham, the host of the our lead social guy and the host of the Chiefs Report. Abdul, my guy. Appreciate your $10 super chat. And I will say, all of your super chats are going in for this raffle. Every single one going into this raffle. We're giving this away on Sunday. Oh, who day? I got, me and Dilly both. Dylan's going to the game tonight. Dilly, you're going to the game tonight, so you can enjoy. You're going to the Cotton Bowl. The game collector, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. Abdul coming in with a 10. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year to you, my guy. Happy New Year to you. Will our boy Drake win MVP? I don't know. The media narrative is going straight to Matthew Stafford. Dan Orlovsky is being an absolute effing hypocrite. He's being a hypocrite. He's saying that Matthew Stafford should have won it because of what Drake made the schedule has been. And then if you look back a year ago, he said the strength of schedule doesn't matter. And Josh Allen has done more with less than Lamar. And that's why he should have won MVP. Well, let's go back to this year. Matthew Stafford has Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Kyron Williams. And yeah, it's very annoying. Albert Breer, who works for NBC Sports Boston, has said, he said that Matt Stafford should win MVP. I've seen a whole bunch of people saying Matt Stafford, which is very, very annoying. But I think Drake May should win it. Matthew Stafford choked, like Big Daddy Joe said. Let's go U. Let's go U tonight. The U. The U. The Minnesota U. What about Miami, Ohio? Live your day positive. Appreciate your 20, my guy. Happy New Year. Champion boxer. What's good, my guy? How we doing? Happy New Year. Exactly, Nest Force. Pre-war garlic. How about the Falcons? They wanted us. U of I? Illinois? You talking about Illinois? Yeah, I know. They want to give it to a senior citizen. A Lifetime Achievement Award to Matthew Stafford. Pre-war garlic. It's so annoying. Cam. I did not see Kurt Warner's. He should. We are not, Big Daddy Joe. We are not. Shout out to Live Your Day Positive coming in with another 20. Always appreciative, my guy. We love Drake May. We hope the Pats win and the Broncos lose, and we vote May for MVP. Stafford could go second place, but we got to be honest. Stafford has more help, and May has harder support to deal with. 100%. It was a big win, Mike. It was a gigantic, gigantic win over Tennessee. Go talk trash to Joey Peterson tonight. He'll be hosting the main watch party for Ohio State Miami. And then John, love that $5 super chat. Can he hear us? Look who's in the chat. I think he's still over there. We are disrespecting Matt Stafford. Lifelong Achievement Award for MVP. What are we doing? Just talking to a wall. Shout out to John. Could we see the Patriots elevate John Giles or even Jalen Hurd? Who's Jalen Hurd? Yeah, I've heard that. Is that the guy from... He hasn't played on the Patriots in 2 years. Practice squad player. No. No. It would be Jeremiah Webb or John Giles. Yeah, we'll start, Dilly, we'll start with this one for the mailbag. We can do John's super chat. A couple of super chats. As long as the super chat's a question, we could start with the super chats first to make it easier. All right, I think we're good. Nah, John, he hasn't been on the Patriots in 2 years. The guys on the practice squad are Jeremiah Webb and John Giles. 39 minutes to Sobe. Happy New Year. No, you're good. I was like, why does that name not sound familiar to me? And I'm just going to say, like, I didn't care about the practice squad in 2023, honestly. I did not care. All right, let's get into the mailbag. Starting answering your questions from a Patriots fan himself. Oh, yeah. Yep. I've done that so many times, Dylan. So many times. I do it on Broncos every single time I produce for Moose. It'll come up and I'm like, what is going on? All right, perfect. Let's get into the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And as we always do on our live show on Wednesdays, we do our mailbag where a Patriots fan like myself answers all your questions to all of you fans out there. Well, we're in the last week of the season. We've done, I think, 18 mailbags throughout the course of the regular season, which is absolutely crazy. But we got one more game into the playoffs, and we're guaranteed a playoff game. But we got the Dolphins in front of us. Patriots against the Dolphins. And you can see right there, the Patriots, they are huge favorites. And I think the starters are going to be playing this one. So I'm excited to see Drake May and company in the regular season one final time. But then that's when they turn it up the gear and get ready for the postseason. Let me know down in the comments section, though, who you got. Give me an any down in the comments. Or if you're a lone Miami Dolphins fan, shout out to you watching the channel, but your team's going down. And go ahead, hit that sub button. But go down in the comments section, type your N's or type your MIAs. Let's get into this first question from Ethan Gaiman, coming in with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Ethan. Who would you want to play in the first round, the Chargers or the Bills? I want to play the Chargers. I watched what the Chargers did against the Houston Texans last week. And the Texans, the first 2 drives of the game were bombs. And we know how much the Patriots love throwing the ball deep to Kyle Williams, Kayshon Boutte. If you could do that against the Chargers defense. And then on the other side, the Chargers offense, their offensive line is absolutely depleted. Come on. I don't want to face 17 yet. Give me Josh Allen in the divisional round or the championship game. I'd rather go and face Justin Herbert. Shout out to you, though, Ethan. Abdul coming in with a 10. Guy who comes in every single week. Happy New Year, my guy. Will our boy Drake win MVP? Look, I thought after Monday's game, after Matthew Stafford shit the bed and threw 3 interceptions, that it'd be over. Well, Drake May became a huge favorite, and the next thing I know, well, every single person, media outlet is talking, well, Matthew Stafford did this. Matthew Stafford did that. He has Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. You look at the common opponents, Drake May plays the same. Drake May has less talent with him. No offense to Kayshon Boutte. No offense to Stefon Diggs. No offense to everybody else. but Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams are some of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Give it to Drake May. Case closed. It is Drake May winning MVP. We'll see what the voters have to say, though, when the NFL Awards show happens. Anthony Sanchez coming in with a $2 super chat. Barmore replacements? Well, as you guys know, which we'll probably talk about later in this mailbag, that Christian Barmore is accused of domestic assault. And he could be, if he is found guilty, then he needs to be off the Patriots ASAP. But I will say, if he's not, then he gets to stay with the team. If he is, get him off the team. Until then, I'm letting the legal course take its place. I'm not going to think about Christian Barmore replacements because he is still a member of the New England Patriots. And if we want to talk about if he is going to play the rest of the season, the NFL says that he is. So I don't want to talk about replacements. Milton Williams is literally coming back this week. So I'm worried about what's in front of us, and that's the Miami Dolphins. The Boston Man. And speaking of which, Will Campbell and Milton Williams return this week? And that's a good question because last week, Milton Williams was eligible to return from injured reserve because he missed 4 games after suffering that ankle injury, that high ankle sprain against the New York Jets. I actually suffered an ankle sprain literally this morning just walking to work. I'm not an athlete as I used to be. But he started practicing last week, and that was a huge deal because we need him back. The defense has been absolutely terrible without him. The run defense has been bad. They've let up literally 100-yard rushers almost every single week, and it's annoying. But you can see right here, he's probably going to return this week. And then on Monday, Mike Vrabel said that Will Campbell and Alex Austin's 21-day practice window was opened. And that made me excited because Will Campbell, he was definitely getting back on that practice field. He was ready to get back on that practice field. I don't know if Alex Austin is going to get activated. The Patriots only have 2 open roster spots, so we'll see if Alex Austin is ready. But he was a full participant in practice, as Will Campbell was. And Mike Vrabel, he also said that they will play. If you're healthy, you are going to play. It is not resting the starters. And with Will Campbell being a full participant in practice, getting ready 100%, I'm expecting him to play on Sunday. I'm expecting him to be activated and play. And shout out to Vidarian Lowe. He has been a solid backup for the last 4 games, but I'm ready for Will Campbell to get back. Because even though he's a rookie, he has played one hell of a season. 71.4 pass or PFF grade, 75 pass blocking grade. He's been one of the best left tackles in football for left tackle, not just rookies. Run blocking grade needs to be a little bit better. 7 penalties, only 5 sacks. I'm excited to get him back. I'm very, very, very excited to get him back. Now, for Alex Austin, like I said, I don't know if he's going to be activated because the Patriots only have 2 roster spots. They would need to cut someone else. But if you're ready to play, I would expect them to be on the field Sunday. I would expect him to be protecting Drake May and get ready for the playoffs. But you could rest him and get him ready for the postseason. You're guaranteed a home playoff game. So you know that next week is a lot more important than this week. So there's a possibility that you could just say, we'll rest you. But that's a decision for Mike Vrabel to make. But what would you guys do? Would you rest them or would you start them? Would you play Milton Williams and Will Campbell on Sunday versus the Dolphins? Go down in the comments section. Give me an S for start or give me an R for rest. We're going to get some more into your questions in just a second. But the Patriots won their first division title in 6 years. It has been a long, long, long time. It feels like a long time. Last time the Patriots won the AFC East, I was in college. I'm 28 years old now. So get your T-shirts today. Rep them right now, and you can get it for the postseason. Go to chatsports.com/PatsT. That'll be in the comments and description of today's video. Once again, chatsports.com/PatsT. Nick Flagg! What's going on, Nick? With the end of the regular season in sight, what's your best way too early predictions for off-season acquisitions? I think Max Crosby could be in our future, or maybe Alec Pierce. I would love Max Crosby, and whatever's going on in Las Vegas with the Raiders is absolutely crazy. I don't know what's going on, but maybe he gets traded. Possibly he gets traded, but it's going to take 2 first-round picks. and I want an edge rusher. But I'd much rather go get an edge rusher in the draft. But my biggest acquisition, and the biggest guy I want to go to, is for a wide receiver, whether that be Justin Jefferson or A.J. Brown. But for A.J. Brown, you're probably going to have to give up a first, a third, and Kayshon Boutte. And sorry, Boutte, you're out. Give me A.J. Brown, 110%. That's who I'm looking at for the offseason, but I really don't want to talk about the offseason. We got right here, and the playoffs right in front of us. The game collector. How confident are we if we go in without Diggs? Not confident. We need Stefon Diggs. Because if we don't have Stefon Diggs, well then Efton Chisholm is going to be one of our top wide receivers. No, I think he's going to play. But with Mac Hollins being out, you really need Diggs to play. And the NFL has stated that he is going to play. I'm expecting him to be a part of this playoff roster. His arraignment is on January 23rd, so we'll see 2 days before the AFC Championship game, but not confident. If not, then it is Kayshon Boutte, Pop Douglas, Kyle Williams, and you could call up someone from the practice squad. Who Day 14. I know that you're a Bengals fan, but I do appreciate you coming in every single video, every single watch party. I appreciate you, and I also got love for the Bengals. I lived 45 minutes from Cincinnati for literally all my years of college. But can you talk about the situations outside of the field a little more? Yeah, of course we can. And if you guys didn't know, well, Christian Barmore and Stefon Diggs are dealing with a bunch of things that are off the field, and they're dealing with legal charges. Stefon Diggs was accused of strangulation, and Christian Barmore was accused of domestic assault. So it is interesting to say. But I just hope we'll let the legal course take its place, and I hope they're innocent, because if not, they have to be off this team immediately. Colby Heath, how far do you think we'll go into the playoffs? Honestly, I think we can make the Super Bowl. If everybody stays healthy, if everybody sticks to the course, because of how weak the AFC is, there is not one team I look at where I'm like, oh, they scare me. The only team that really, truly scares me is the Buffalo Bills. And why? Because they have Josh Allen. They have an MVP. But we have proven that we can beat them. You can go out and beat the Jags. You can beat the Chargers. You can beat the Broncos. They're frauds. I can't believe they're the 1 seed. It drives me insane that they are the 1 seed. But I think you could beat any team. The real threat that I see is the Los Angeles Rams. But they just lost to the Atlanta Falcons, who the Patriots beat. All right, let's get deeper into it, because Jules asked, and they keep asking about it. What's the latest with Barmore and Stefon Diggs? So, like I was talking about just a second ago, that both of these guys are facing legal issues. I mentioned it that Christian Barmore is dealing with the domestic violence assault charge. And the details, they're not pretty. If you want to go watch the video that I made earlier Wednesday morning, they are not pretty. And the statements, if you want to go look at the statements between Diggs' statement and Barmore's statement, there are huge differences. And Diggs, it looks a lot better than Christian Barmore. I'll just say that. But like I said, both of these guys are innocent until proven guilty. Mike Vrabel, though, he's supporting his players no matter what. He is with this team. They are a part of this team. They consider them brothers and New England Patriots. So until they're proven guilty, Mike Vrabel is going to support them all of the way. Because he was asked, are you disappointed in the decisions that are made off the field? And his comments were, well, I'm not disappointed at all. These are all allegations. It's things that we have to handle, and every day there's distractions. Some are smaller than others. I'm confident that we'll focus on the Dolphins, and those two individuals will be able to handle an ongoing legal process. And I will say, it's an interesting take, because it's kind of just acting like you're oblivious to the whole situation and just saying, but you're saying we're going to let the legal process take anything. And you got yourself in a situation, whether or not you're guilty or innocent, you still got yourself in a situation. You still put yourself as a distraction on the field. Whether or not that is, I would just say it's interesting. It's interesting, to say the least. And then he was asked if he expects Christian Barmore and Stefon Diggs to be playing on Sunday, and if they could be placed on the commissioner's exempt list, meaning that they would be paid, but they would not play or practice with the team. And then on Wednesday, Tom Pelissero, he spoke to the NFL, and he got a statement from the NFL, and this proves that, well, they're going to play. There's no change to the status of Diggs or Barmore. Both are eligible to play at this time. And then pursuant to the personal conduct policy, consideration for placement on the commissioner's exempt list may be considered following formal charges in the form of an indictment or a grand jury, the filing of charges by a prosecutor, or an arraignment in a criminal court. And they haven't been arraigned, and they haven't been put in handcuffs, so they can play as of now. But if later details come out, then things could possibly change. Like for Diggs, with the details in the case that I have read, there are no pictures. There's no pictures of the incident that happened. So I would be shocked if Diggs was placed on the commissioner's exempt list. It is all right now hearsay. Until you get to court and get a full list of details that come out, then I would expect him to be put on the list, or he would end up being innocent. But with Christian Barmore, if you read the legal documents and you read the police report, she provided pictures of the incident. And that is a different story. So I would not be shocked if Christian Barmore is later placed on the list once the details come out that are later. It would not shock me at all, because the details, with the police report, if you want to go on Mark Daniels' Twitter, I'll probably make a video detailing all these details. They're not pretty. They're not pretty at all. And I hope it wasn't true. But if it is, like I said, you have to get him off this team immediately. But the question that I had was, if Bill Belichick was still the coach, even if you were innocent or guilty, would they still play? Because this is obviously up to the NFL. They're going to let them play, but it's up to the coach. Are you going to let them play? And I don't know if Belichick would. But Mike Vrabel is. But you make the decision. Would you play Stefon Diggs or Christian Barmore on Sunday? Go down in the comments section. Give me a Y for yes, or give me an N for no. That's going to be it for our mailbag today. The Patriots got a big game against the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, and then the playoffs are ahead of us. We will be live for every single watch party for the game, Week 18, at 3:25 Eastern. And then, of course, we'll be live for the playoffs, so don't miss out. Hit that sub button right now. And as always, let's go Pats. Ooh, more super chats. CJ Lynch coming in with a 10. Brett, we love you a lot. People thought you couldn't do it, but I'm one of the ones that believed in you on the channel. But can we get a Brett and Allie duo for the one time? Look, she has left Chat Sports. She has gotten a new job, and I'm proud of her. I saw her. She came to the Chat Sports holiday party that was a couple weeks ago, and she is proud of what the channel has become, and she misses it. I don't know though. Well, maybe I'll ask her, and we'll see what happens. But I can't guarantee anything. And then Joshua Middleton, shout out to your $10 super chat. The only two things Matthew Stafford is better in is touchdowns and strength of schedule. Then the direct reasons they lost on Monday. Stafford's only going to get it because he's old, and Drake has years to go. May elevates his team. 110%. 110%, Josh. It is a Lifetime Achievement Award. You've been here. You're 37 years old. You're having a great season. So we're just going to give it to you. Thank you, Live Your Day Positive. Allie was great. I produced many videos for her for the Patriots. If you guys were here on draft night, I was producing her draft live show. During free agency, I was the producer during the live show. But I'm glad I'm glad I'm here for you guys. I'm glad I'm here for you guys. We have fun. And sometimes I always don't get a producer, so I appreciate you, Dilly, for doing this. Oh, we got the fraud, Trace Moustakis, in the building today. Netsforce, it's just I'm crazy. And I've been a Patriots fan since I was like 5 years old. So this is how I acted when I was a kid. This is how I acted when I was a kid watching the games. So I just act like how I always did. Did I get in trouble when I was a kid from my parents? Well, from my mom specifically, yeah. Don't ask me what. There was one time she had company over, and it was the Patriots Saints game in 2013. And she was like, "Can you at least be quiet a little bit?" I was like, yeah, sure, whatever." And then that happened. The comeback happened, and I went nuts. Damn, Cam, Allie's last day. You would have played Malcolm Butler. I would have, but it wouldn't have mattered. Moose, get out of here, you fraud! Get out of here! Broncos getting the number 1 seed. Yeah. R.I.P. Big Daddy Joe. Thank you for everyday update. Hey, I do it for you guys. Exactly. Everybody boo Moose down in the chat. Boo Moose. We're not playing the Bills. We're not playing the Bills. We're not even playing the Bills the first round of the playoffs. Oh, Houday, get out of here. Yeah, retract that message. Cole, shout out to your 5, and then we'll get out of here. We'll let everybody enjoy their New Year's. Don't try to play me. Don't try to play me. Everyone talking about our strength of schedule, but why is nobody predicting us a 14-3 before the start of the season? I don't know. Exactly. Oh, yeah, now you got to change it. Oh, good luck losing to the Chargers. Yeah. Make up your mind. We'll see you in the AFC Championship game. See you in the AFC Championship game. Exactly. We all saw it, Houday. We all saw it. Look, I will say this to you, Dilly. If Carson Beck sucks, they're going to lose. If Carson Beck plays good, they're going to win. That's it. It's all about because I think the defense is going to hold. Like if you're a betting man, take the under. Denver does win, Big Daddy Joe. They'll kill him. Trey Lance sucks. Trey Lance is terrible. The Cavs whooping the Suns. The Suns are terrible, man. They rely on Devin Booker and Jalen Green. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get out of here. But we had a fun one. Our last live show of the year. And we will be live. And it'll be 2026. Oh, look. Moose is talking trash to you now. You're losing tonight. Exactly, Big Daddy Joe. The red zone needs to show up again. If you want to say something to him before we get on out of here, Dilly, go right ahead.
All I'll say is that there's a team that's there and there's a team that's not there.
Oh, where's Notre Dame? I wonder why. Why isn't Notre Dame in the college football playoff, Dilly?
Because they're not in a conference and they also lost to Miami.
Oh. Hey, appreciate you, Jose Cruz. All right, guys. I hope everybody has a happy new year. Duck race on Sunday, Big Daddy Joe. On Sunday. We will see you guys Sunday, not at noon Eastern, 3:25 Eastern for Patriots Dolphins. Make sure you hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats.